What it do, what the business is. It is time for Academy Sports Show right here, coming live from wherever you're watching us, whether it be Facebook or the YouTube. We appreciate you as always. We are live and in full effect. It is a Monday. It is close to 7:30. It is Elite 8 season. And no, we are not talking about the men's. We're talking about the women's Elite 8, breaking that down for you. It is going to come on shortly. So join us in the breakdown of that. I'm extremely excited. We got a lot to talk about. First and foremost, if you're watching this for the first time, we appreciate it. Do us a favor. Make sure you go on the YouTube, type in Academy Sports Show, find the logo, click it, hit subscribe, and most importantly, make sure you trigger that bell.
Oh.
That way you get a notification every time we go live, whether it be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 7, 8, 9. You know when we're live. That way you can come into the feed because you are the most important part of the show. You, the field, the people. We incorporate all your comments, well, most of your comments if you're Stu, and we put you on the screen, and your opinions will be shared. If you feel a little froggy, maybe we'll send a link out. Maybe we'll make this a 3-man show, see how that goes. But other than that, let's get the show cracking. Let's get it started. I'm your host, Andrew Douglas, and next to me is your host, Joel Williams.
What up, though? Welcome to the show, everybody. Great show ahead tonight. As always, we got trivia night. You know, interestingly enough, the field is made a little comeback here, so we're going to see how I be tonight. Plus, what the meme? Got a lot of memes to talk about. And after we get done with the memes, you heard the man. We're talking women's basketball, Elite 8. We've been watching. We talked about it. I spent my weekend watching some women's basketball both days. So this is not one of those things where we just talking and then, you know, we just got a little bit. No, I've been watching this so I can be prepared to have this conversation. Okay. All right. So per ESPN.com, 5-2, Iowa leading, 8:20 to go. Make that 7-2, 8:20 to go in the first quarter, excuse me. Man, we called it tonight on the bracket. I think Dre called LSU. I called Iowa because I said I felt like Iowa was going to get the upset win. But I think we picked Iowa on the bracket, if I'm not mistaken.
I think we picked them on the bracket too.
Yep. So this will be fun. Nissamaro with a jumper, 7-4. So what up, Stu? Kobe's in the building. He said, who's your queen? Man, the queen is Angel. However, I think Caitlin and the crew might get the best of them tonight. But we're going to talk women's basketball. We're going to get it in. So a lot to talk about. Hope y'all have a lot to say. We go share, like. Let somebody know we in the building. It's your favorite sports show, Academy Sports Show. We live.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Stick with us. Stick with us. Stick with us. We will get to our women's breakdown, but you know the format. We got to get through the memes and get through the other stuff. But we're definitely gonna break down. So don't leave us. Stick with us. All right. So it is trivia night, and you all have tied it up. It is 5-5, and right now the pressure is on me to get this answer right tonight. So trivia night, as always, make sure. If you put your answer in the chat that you did not Google it, it's straight off the dome. And once you put it in the chat, it is the answer for everybody if you're the first one in. So you answer first before us. That is the answer that you all have took it. All right. So we get the answer in first. We get the point, and it's correct. You get the answer in first, and it's correct. You get the points. We both get it wrong. No points. We move on to the next day. Come on.
All right, you heard it, man. So Stu's calling Tigers over Hawkeyes. Kobe says it's Caitlin Clarke's night.
Ooh.
Let's see what we get.
They calling it the Caitlin Clarke revenge game.
Caitlin Clarke revenge game. They hate each other. They really don't hate each other, but that's what the
competition.
The Washington Post writes that these are dirty debutantes. All right, 15-6, make that 15-9 after the namesake of my child, Michaela, Williams just hit a three-point basket. All right, trivia night. You heard the man. The score is 5-5. I hope you're ready in the field because it's time. Tonight's question, my friend, is multiple choice.
Okay.
Multiple choice. Women's basketball trivia.
Oh.
I know.
From this year?
I'm learning something too.
From this year?
When I start the question, you're going to immediately get an attitude. All right. Here we go. In the last 41 years of D1 women's basketball.
Past my life cycle. Got it. All right, cool.
There's only so many teams out of all of them that have gone undefeated. How many teams would that be in the last 41 years? I'll give you 4 options. A, 3 teams. B, 6 teams. C, 9 teams. Or D, 13 teams. In the last 41 years, how many teams?
9.
All right. So Stu says 3. Stu jumps in. Dre jumps in at 9 with a quick answer. Dre, are you confident in your answer?
I'd be quick because I feel like somebody was going to say something.
Got you. Okay, so here we go. We got Dre. Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
All right. So the answers are up. Stu answered quickly with an answer of 3 for the field. Academy Sports Show speaking for Drake, speaking for us all. 9. In the last 41 years of Division 1 women's basketball. Hey, Shauna. She Googled. Only 9 teams have finished the season as undefeated champions. Yes, sir.
Come on, Stu.
Can't believe. Isn't Stu the women's basketball like king?
Yeah. Right there.
Yeah, let's see. Just for its and giggles, let's list out
3
She said she guessed. 9.
4 Tennessee teams, 4 Connecticut teams, and 1 NC State team.
Let's see. 1985-86, Texas Longhorns 34-0. 1994-95, UConn Huskies 35-0. 97-98, Tennessee Lady Volunteers 39-0. Then another one doesn't happen until 2001, UConn 39-0. And then another one doesn't happen until 2008, UConn 39-0. 2009-2010, UConn 39-0. 2011-2012, the Baylor Bears at 40-0. 2013-2014, UConn at 40-0. 2015-2016, UConn at 38-0. Oh, man. So 11. I mean 9. I'm sorry. 9 teams. 9 teams.
Right.
So South Carolina is trying to get it done this year.
Show me that revamped score.
Oh, yes. We must put up the revamped score. You are correct.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. Huzzah. All right.
Update 17-12. 5:39 to go in the first.
17-12. All right.
Iowa's winning.
Let's push along through the memes so we can get to the ladies. First up. Wow. The number 1 draft picks of the last 5 years. Let's rank them 1 through 5. You got Zion, You got Edwards, you got Cade, you got Banchero, and you got Wembanyama. I'm very interested in your ranking, sir. I'm very interested in your ranking.
I think Mariah just tweeted again.
Said my baby number 1.
All right, rank them. Number 1 is Minnesota Jordan Anthony Edwards at the top of this list. Coming in at number 2 is Rancho Cucamonga Banchero. Coming in at
disrespectful.
Coming in at number 3 is Wembanyama.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Coming in at number 4 is nobody. Now coming in at number 4 to me is Zion. And coming in at number 5 is Cade Cunningham.
You are disrespectful.
To who? Who did I just disrespect?
You're disrespectful. First of all, you messed up Banchero's name on purpose. Second, Zion is 4th. That's kind of messed up.
Really? Is that messed up?
The correct order is Anthony Edwards 1, Zion Williamson 2, Banchero 3, Wembanyama 4, Cade Cunningham 5.
I think that's I disagree. Look, I disagree. This is Stu's list. I disagree.
Duke light skin, Duke dark skin.
Light skin, dark skin Duke. How are you giving Zion such a high ranking and Zion's done nothing?
His team is in a solid playoff position right now.
Oh, today, this year,
when he's healthy, he plays well. He's a walking double-double.
Apparently, when he's not, never mind. Okay.
So that's why I gave it to him. Banchero, I mean, last year, had a nice rookie year. This year, got the Magic in a playoff hunt. But I can't put his skill set over Zion's right now.
So are we talking skill set or are we talking rating them on what they've done?
And that's what I'm rating. I'm rating the player and what they've done. Impact, skill set, all the things.
I feel like that.
At least everybody his consensus is Cade is number 5. Detroit Pistons, the worst year to have the number 1 draft pick. This year, the worst year to have a number 1 draft pick. Shout out to you, Detroit. All right, next up, still NBA. Kendrick Perkins has a question for you. He says 3 got to go. I already know 1 automatically for you.
Oh, okay. Let's start with Mr. Zero. I do not care. James Harden gotta go.
Dave, yep.
Hey man, based off of right now, I see why it's 3. Because I see why it's 3 because it's easy to do 2, but then when you get to the third one, it's a tough choice. To me, the Ball brother got to go right now. Because we on the right now. And I haven't really seen him. Anybody heard from him lately?
He be hurt every year.
Yeah, okay, that's why you got to go. Okay. That tells me everything I need to know. And this is where it gets tough because I've got my homerism And then I got this young buck from Houston, but I feel like the young buck from Houston, only thing I see of his game is him at the rim all the time. But I ain't watching enough Houston games to decide.
He been going nuts lately. I'll give him that.
But is it from everywhere? Or is it just he's just
his step back game is nice too.
Okay. And then he got an impregnation game too. It's that kind of show. It's that kind of show. Oh man, this is a tough one, man. Dang, I guess I'm gonna have to get rid of my boy Darius Garland. When I look at these other guys, man, these other guys are like on top tier teams, but the Cavaliers are their 3 seeds. Shoot, while you playing, but ice cold Trey, that sound crazy for him. Yeah, that's gonna have to be 2 out of row 2 and 1 out of row 3.
We have the same 2. I was gonna get rid of Beard and Ball for the same reasons you got rid of them. I like LaMelo. I remember I like him. I was watching a lot of Charlotte games, but
he ain't been nothing since then.
Last couple of years, he get hurt once and then he gone for the season. So I'm gonna have to get rid of Ice Trey again.
Oh, okay.
I'm out on Trey.
Okay.
He's a player that I want to see traded to see in a different atmosphere. Can he be a better player?
Got you.
Because right now, to me, it seemed like he's just going through the motions of being an NBA player.
Got you.
All right, next up.
Ooh, update from the Regional 2 in Albany, where the 3-point lines are measured properly. 26-23 with 2:50 to go in the first. LSU has stormed back.
There we go.
Stu said, okay, Stu. Then those are 3 you eliminated. All right.
All right. Who you got? All-time UConn, all-time USC.
Bro, when I first saw this, I sent it to you, right? I was like, ooh, okay. But then the more I looked at it to prepare myself to answer this question, it became easier and easier because to me, this UConn potential starting 5 is missing a player. And that player would be a player who would help against this USC team, especially against Lisa Leslie. How's Rebecca Lobo not on this list? Rebecca Lobo, Hall of Famer Rebecca Lobo.
Rebecca Lobo kind of get pooped on. She does.
Hey, man, UConn is not UConn without Rebecca Lobo. Stu, you talking crazy. This is USC all day. Some of the greatest players, Cynthia Cooper, Tina Thompson, Cheryl Miller, and Lisa Leslie are in the conversation of some of the greatest players to ever play women's basketball. How can you say UConn all day? This is USC. Go to work, ladies. Go to work. Let Juju be the young buck. Go to work on these ladies. This is USC all day. Don't be fooled by your recency effect. You have a recency bias, that we call it in the corporate world, because you go run with UConn because you remember them to this day. Listen, I'm sorry, bro. USC will defend. USC is going to defend. And I know Deanna is a bucket. Maya Moore was a bucket, walking buckets. But USC will defend. And I got USC in a close.
Over the White Mamba?
Over the
Diana Taurasi?
Over the White Mamba. Yep.
Listen, so this USC team, I can say I've never seen Cheryl Miller play outside of my realm of consciousness.
I haven't either, by the way. I'm not that old. I've just seen the highlights.
Lisa Leslie, Tina Thompson, Cynthia Cooper, I've seen their WNBA run. And
Team
of course,
USA run.
I'm watching Juju now. When the WNBA first started, Cynthia Cooper was by far the best player on the court every time they played.
Every time.
Killer, absolute murderer. And she was dope. Tina Thompson, same thing. And then Lisa Leslie, multiple-time champ in the WNBA. To me, the first thing that stood out to me was, dang, USC ain't had a good player since 1980-something.
Oh, yeah, it's been a minute since the USC women's program been back on.
That's the first thing that popped out to me. I was like, dang.
Yeah.
Had a good player. None in the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s, 2020s, nobody. Yeah,
fair.
Juju has revitalized women's USC basketball.
Fair. But same time though, UConn's a recent phenomenon within the last 2 decades. Okay. Prior to, what you heard me say earlier in the trivia question, UConn was nowhere to be found.
Yeah. I don't know. That the athleticism from USC just looks like it's just going to be a monster. Cynthia Cooper, Diana Taurasi, that's a matchup of all time. That's it. I mean, that's a Michael Jordan. That's a Michael Jordan, LeBron James. That's a Magic Johnson, LeBron James. A matchup you'll never see. 2 different eras.
Yep.
That would potentially be so great. But yeah, Lisa Leslie in the paint. Breanna Stewart is an all-around great player, but Lisa Leslie is definitely the tipping point here, offensively and defensively. So I would have to give it to USC.
Yep. There we go. Y'all heard it. Yes, Stu, you're right. That UConn team not accurate. Kobe said I was too small. Yeah, I just got a text that also says that Angel on a different type of time tonight. So
31-26.
31-26 into the first. Angel Reese, 4 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Caitlin Clarke, 11 points, 3 assists. So it sounds like so far the bully is out bullying right now, and the Washington Post has pissed them off.
Let's go. Stu changed the team to Lobo, Taurasi, Swinkcast, Sales, and Kara Walters.
I like what you did there. Ooh, the swing cash move is nice. See, you talking about Nikisha Sales? Yeah, he's talking about Nikisha Sales. Okay. I think you might have changed it up too much, Stu. Even that team against USC might be still tough. I think you might have changed it too much. I don't think you leave out Maya Moore. Maya Moore she's the essence of left the game too early, too soon before we can really get her. She was probably going to be a scoring champ one day in the WNBA.
I mean, just look at those J curls though. Like,
yeah, it's a little urban in there too.
It's a lot of ball in there.
Yeah, it's a lot of street in there.
It's a lot of those J curls.
Yeah. A lot of like they used to be on the blacktop.
All right, next up. College football did their top quarterbacks of the 2000s. This was the top 10 they came up with. Baker, Cam, Vince, Tebow, Burrow, Watson, Murray, Jackson, Mariota, Griffin. Do you agree? And if you had to move somebody up and down, who would you?
Yeah, I remember when this came out. This was I think Cam commented on this too and said I think he agreed. Oh man. Man. College only. I think they got Baker too high. College.
Okay.
I think, and I guess because it just depends on what your how do you categorize it, right? Like what are you setting your markers at for defining the greatness? Greatest quarterback. Ooh. I'm gonna have to go. Yeah, this list got to move around a little bit. I think Baker's too high. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm with you on. I'm with Stu. I'm Tebow 1. Newton 2. It's Lamar 3 for me.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody's seen them. I guess go on. Oh, well, I'll go on Instagram, but I don't go on TikTok. But go on TikTok and just search Lamar Jackson.
Stat stuffer, but never won.
True, but it wasn't nowhere. Stop with the Troy Smith. It just wasn't. It was unstoppable though. Like it was unstoppable. Because I'm not. I hear you on wins because I put Tebow up there because Tebow had the full package. He won. He was a leader. If you go watch that documentary, that's 100% what he was. Everybody in that locker room loved him. So yeah, I'm gonna move Lamar up and then bring Vince in right there, and then I think everybody else can slide down. I think to me Baker slides down to what's that? 5. So I would slide Baker down to 5. And where is
Trevor Lawrence? I don't know.
That's what I was about to ask.
Trevor Lawrence needs to be on this list.
What was I about to call him from Sunshine? Where is Sunshine at? Like Sunshine could be on this list and RG3 can come off. Oregon Mariota was serious. Oklahoma Kyler Murray could come off here too. Maybe we can get Stu's Troy Smith in there. But yeah, I don't agree with this list. I'm dropping Baker 4 spots. I'm moving Tim up to 1. I'm bringing Lamar up above Vince and sliding Vince down to 4. So we'll go that route.
Mm. All right, so we're done with what the meme. I just wanted to get a quick touch on the NBA before we move on to the women's game. Sir, just by not watching any basketball, I just want to see what stands out to you in the Western Conference and what stands out to you on the Eastern Conference.
Ooh, well, let's start from the bottom up. What stands out is that the Lakers and Warriors are still sitting at 9 and 10, and that's what everybody's going to talk about. I think the Warriors are veteran enough to get in and be able to hold off the Rockets. I think the other surprising piece about the West is here they come again, these pesky Oklahoma City Thunder, the Young Bucks, and is Minnesota Jordan and his team ready this year to be legit in the playoffs? So it'll be interesting to see. You win the West, do the Nuggets, find their group? Because the Nuggets kind of been herky-jerky, and I'm wondering if the Nuggets are getting into that mode. What?
You got hurt?
What? All of that talk, y'all are making comments and didn't say that? Wait, Angel Reese is out with an ankle too? What the heck is going on? The Russians. The Washington Post.
April Fools. Not leave the show. Not leave the show. Mine is still
So apparently Angel Reese is out with an ankle. All right. But yeah, that's what stands out to me in the West.
You're not gonna give me that?
Yes, good job. You definitely got me. I'm looking. I'm about to start clicking. Like what? All that talking. And then at the same time, and Kobe talking about some Angel Reese's, I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, I didn't plan on that one. He helped me out, made it more believable.
But you planned on that. Okay. All right, Stu. It's not going to work on me twice. It's not going to work on me twice. Oh, man. So, yeah, that's what stands out there. Yeah, that's what stands out there. I would say it's these young Bucks at the top. Like, are they real? Or is Denver still the class? And get ready for the story of the 9 and 10 seed of the West.
Yeah, for the Western Conference, like at the bottom of the map, it's all the old heads. You got KD, LeBron, and Steph.
Yep.
Still trying to hold on.
Yep.
With all they might to even sniff the playoffs.
What is this? Just put your best April Fool's jokes in?
Yeah, I guess.
That we're doing?
I didn't mean to flood it like that. And then from inside the bracket, just the matchups that we see right now, like, do we want to see Clippers and Dallas? Do we want to see Clippers and New Orleans? I know Brandon Ingram's out, but Zion is still powering this team. So it'll be fun to see what that 4-5 matchup is. And then 3-6, 4-5, see what those matchups turn out to be. So yeah, in the West. And then if the Rockets can make that push, I don't think nobody really wants to see them in there, but the way they retooled their roster, having the young guys, getting a brand new coach, and adding Dylan Brooks, they got significantly better from last year. So shout out to the Rockets. On the Eastern Conference side, Ben Carroll got his team in 5th place. Just by looking at this, I am never watching the Eastern Conference playoffs first round. Never watching the first round. I'll probably wait to the semifinals to watch the Eastern Conference playoffs. And from there, it's just real top heavy. Boston, Milwaukee, 2 teams that have top tier talent that can't close out games regularly for some reason, and see if both of those guys come out to have that be the Eastern Conference championship. Because all the rest of these teams don't really tickle my fancy. If he's and let's say Embiid comes back, now you're an 8th seed, and now you get Philadelphia, Boston, round 1. So that might be something to see there too. But other than that, that's our NBA breakdown.
Yeah. Clearly, Embiid is valuable to that team. And look at the Pistons, 13-61. I didn't know that. But right behind them is Washington. The press need to kill them too. 14-61.
It's that Kyle Kuzma team. They suck and they got a max player. That's on them. I don't know how that.
Oh God. Stu, I posted the Michigan one right now. Kobe from Facebook put up a good one. He said he saw that today.
All right, let's get to the games. Let's talk about the one going on right now. LSU, Iowa. I know we did a bracket earlier when this first thing started. So how are you feeling now that we've seen LSU get tested in the last round and we've seen Iowa pretty much destroy Colorado on their way to this Elite 8 matchup?
It's just been entertaining, man. These teams have done it well. They've been tested. A lot of times in past tournaments it's chalk, the high seed wins. And this tournament has been competitive. Every 1 seed, all the 1 seeds have been tested. You even had a couple upsets, on the 2 and 3 line. Stanford's out. But LSU has battled and beat and come from behind. Southern Cal was in a tight one. South Carolina has been in a couple tight ones. Iowa, UConn is back. Looks like they're back to everybody healthy. They're just getting better at the right time. So this is it. And tonight, man, what a line, bro. Like LSU Iowa followed by UConn SC. All day. Listen. All day.
Yeah. Yeah. The reason why I don't matter, it doesn't matter to me either way, is because right now this is Caitlin Clarke is going for the face of women's basketball.
Yep.
College basketball right now. So to see her progress forward only pushes the game forward, for the people that are just coming in. And then for that matchup with South Carolina versus Caitlin Clarke will probably be the most viewed game of all time in women's history. So just to push the game forward, that is something that I would love to see. LSU, though, to me, has the bodies and has the talent to beat Iowa if they keep going with their low post game with Angel Reese. They're missing the guards that they missed last year that got drafted. So can Van Kith? Can she step up? Michaela Williams, can she step up? Can the others step up and help the two LSU stars get over on Iowa? Because right now you can't name another player on Iowa. I mean, for LSU, you can't name another player on Iowa that's going to help Caitlin Clarke.
I mean, so here's the thing about that though, is I agree that LSU has a Robin, right? Like Batman, if you want to go Batman, Robin, like with the you got a number one and then you got the second person. The thing about Iowa though, and Kobe wouldn't be saying this in his comments if this wasn't true. Iowa shooters better wake up. Caitlin Clarke had 24 points and 15 assists in the last game.
Right.
So there are players on this team
that
can shoot the ball and hit.
Yeah.
They're not big name. It's Caitlin Clarke and the others, but they can score points. She can put up 30 and somebody else on the team can put up 20, 21, 22. It just depends. So if they're missing shots, because we're getting updates as we do in the show, if they're missing shots, then that's the thing. Now athleticism, that's where LSU, dominates this. That's it.
Yeah.
Athleticism. LSU has old girl number 4 in the picture. You got Caitlin, and then you got the freshman Michaela Williams. My daughter, other daughter, namesake. And then you got Van Lith and all of that. So it's like, and tonight, like Kobe saying, they're shooting, but LSU is going to control the boards, but LSU's hitting everything, and Iowa's missing shots. So that means that the moment's too big right now.
I mean, but it's still 38-37 too.
Thank you. I was just about to say that. Exactly what I'm about to say. I looked at the score and go, and they're only down 1.
Yeah.
So if Caitlin Clarke gets hot, what happens? Yeah.
I think this is the reason why Van Lith transferred for a game like this and for a game against South Carolina. And she has underperformed, even getting benched in the first round and in the second round.
Yep.
So they brought her to be the third person to help the big two out. She's underperformed.
She's not it.
So it's wide open. I look for a great finish in this game.
Yes. 38-37, 3:02 left to go in the second.
Gotcha. All right, let's pick. So final prediction. Everybody, who you got? LSU, Iowa. No matter what your bracket say, who you got? The game ain't swayed one way or another right now. So it's a perfect time to put your foot down and say who you got.
Hey, man, I'm going Iowa still. I'm still holding fast. 38-37, Clarke. All right, Clarke's 3 for 8 from 3-point. Plus, the others are missing shots. I gotta believe that at some point they're gonna make shots. I want to know, does LSU have enough? Because this is not the same deep team. And I think everybody's kind of still holding them to that standard. This is not last year's LSU. They definitely been in a dogfight, and they definitely have been tested, and they definitely can fight through some games. And they've done it in this tournament. It's 39-37 though, and I think Iowa still pulls it out.
Okay.
Instant classic.
All right. Leonardo says LSU. Before the game, I thought Iowa 50-50, but I think Iowa still scraps up. Kobe says Iowa. Stu, where you at? I think Stu had LSU, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think he's probably leaning towards LSU. He said he got the battle of SC. Ooh, is it?
I don't think so.
I don't think so, bro. I think they had more last year.
Yeah, last year I think the point guard was Morris. She went to the WNBA last. Like she went crazy in the championship game.
The championship game.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they definitely, for the fact that they think they had to get another point guard to replace her, that's somebody that they missed. There's a lot of buckets that left this team. They still got their dogs though, so they rely on their dogs a lot. And Angel Reese got to have a game. Yep. She got to have a game, and then you got Flage at the end of the game. If she can slash and get to the rim and do what she does, and then you just focus in on Caitlin and don't give up too many open shots, I can't see why LSU can't win this game. But this is Caitlin Clarke's, this is her moment. This is her moment. If she want to be solidified as one of the greatest female players of all time, not just a stat stuffer, she got to get through them.
Yep.
That's it.
All right. Y'all tell us, too, as we transition, y'all tell us, who's guarding Caitlin Clarke?
That's a good question.
I bet it's Van Lith. Yeah, but she hasn't been that, though.
She hasn't shown up to the moment.
We haven't seen that Van Lith in about 3 weeks. Like, we saw that Van Lith when they lost to SC, when they lost to South Carolina. Ain't nobody guarding her. So they team defensive?
It's a zone.
Yeah, they zoning her up.
Let me see.
All right. You said UConn USC?
Yeah, I was trying to get stats real quick. UConn USC coming up next. UConn pretty much dismantling Duke at the end there. Defensive game. And then USC coming out with a squeaker in the final couple minutes. Who'd they play?
Baylor. No.
Yeah, squeaker against Baylor. Yeah, it was USC against Baylor.
Oh, the little point guard.
Yep, she was killing. So, even though USC is a 1 seed, they don't feel like a 1 seed. They feel like a Cinderella right now in this. Like, all the other 1 seeds seem dominant compared to USC, to me, just watching these games. But how do you see this going later on tonight?
I can see why you would say that. Man, I think this has a chance to be just as good as the first game. So the thing about USC is going to be interesting. Their length is just there. Like, they guard very well at every position. The other shooter, they got number 24. She can carry them. But this team goes as Juju goes, quietly. Her game's so smooth, so quiet. She ain't really too demonstrative. Knows how to get to her spots. But this girl, Bueckers, walking bucket, bro.
Yeah.
walking bucket.
Yep.
So it comes down to, again, complete team to me. Which team has the depth? Which team is going to control the boards? And I feel like that's going to be a battle down low. I'm going to go Southern Cal in a close one because I just want to see Juju on that beat. Juju on that beat.
I know what you want, but tell me what your head says it's going to be.
My head says this is going to be close, but USC is going to pull this out. This is going to be a battle. This is going to be a battle. I want to see who's going to guard both of them. Will they guard each other? But this is going to be a battle. But I think they could put length on Bueckers. Make her try to make jump shots. She does good at getting in the paint, moving without the ball. So it's going to be interesting. USC in a close one. Okay. Don't look now, but Iowa's up by 2.
Nice. All right, so I went back on Van Lith. So the game against South Carolina, they lost. She had 14 and 3 assists. First round against Rice, she had 7 and 3 assists. Next round, 4 and 3 assists. Last game against UCLA, 7 and 5 assists. She's not pulling her weight.
Nope.
Not pulling her weight at all. Tied at half.
Yeah, Flajay Johnson with the shot at the end of the half. Reese 12.6 Reeves, 3 assists, 2 steals. Caitlin Clarke 12 points, 4 assists. Yeah, a lot of people missing shots, man. 45-45 with all those things that we talked about. LSU doing really well.
Tie game. Nice. Okay. So yeah, I think this is the end of Juju on that beat.
Ooh.
I think this is the end. Ooh. UConn feels to me like a complete team. They feel like a defensive team.
Ooh.
I feel like they can shrink the floor. Juju is a very good one-on-one player, but I think the freshman has gone as far as she could right now. Ooh. I think UConn's experience and Gino Auriemma beats Southern Cal. I think he has seen enough freshmen and enough one-on-one players to figure out a scheme to stop her or slow her down enough for UConn to make that leap. She shot a lot against Baylor.
She did.
And they barely got out of that game. So defensively, I don't know what Southern Cal can do against Bueckers. I'm going UConn, and it might get ugly.
Ooh. All right. Y'all heard the man. Ooh, there's a prediction for you.
It might get ugly.
Stu said Gino ain't no Pat Summitt.
Hey, championships don't lie. He got squads, and this is another squad. So I'm rolling with Gino. I'm going with coaching on this one. And then that Duke game, what was it? 6-10 at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah. Something like that. 14-10, 14-9. Yep.
If this is a heavily defensive game, I'm going UConn. So that's where I'm rolling. Put your projections in the chat. UConn, USC. Who y'all got? Who y'all got? His players got the rings. The coaches got to coach too. As a coach, the coaches got to coach too. Stand up for the coaches.
Coaches got to coach.
Stand up for the coaches. All right. Yeah, so that's all I got there.
Well, before we come back, I believe before we come back, this tournament will be over, won't it?
Oh, when's the national championship game?
I feel like the national championship game is Tuesday because this is the men's. The men's is Monday.
I mean, we have a game on Monday, won't we?
The men are Monday.
I mean, if the women's are Tuesday.
Oh, right.
So you want to predict out the Final Four?
No. Let me see. I'm just checking the date. Oh no, it's Sunday, April 7th. The women are Sunday and the men are Saturday on Monday.
Oh, they need to flip that.
Right.
They need to call an audible. They need to call an audible and flip that.
So we gotta call it right now.
All right, Pops is saying LSU UConn. So who you got? Who's your champ? Call out your game and who's your champ. So
Stu has
right
USC. Now, Stu said USC versus USC in the championship game. So who you got winning, Stu? Pops, who you got winning? LSU, UConn.
So right now we got South Carolina and NC State already in the Final Four. I think consensus would say South Carolina will get past them.
But hey, that NC State is the truth, bro. Did you see what they did to Texas?
No, I didn't even look, bro, because they beat Texas and Stanford, two teams that I like.
Bro, they guards flying up and down the court. Their guards going to work.
Dang.
USC better defend, man. South Carolina better defend because their guards was going to work on Texas.
All right. But man, you still picking South Carolina.
Yeah, I got South Carolina. I got South Carolina, and then the other side would be the winner of these two games tonight. I got South Carolina. I'm with Stu. I'm going South Carolina, USC with South Carolina winning the Natty. Because if USC gets past UConn tonight, I think they're better than LSU and Iowa, which I will have. I got Iowa skinning out. I think that the issues of Iowa will run into the defense and the length of USC, and that will be the problem. So at some point, I do think Iowa loses because somebody can defend them and defend the others. Because you can beat this team if you let Caitlin get hers and then defend the others. So I got USC in the national title game, and South Carolina wins it all.
All right. I am going for the most boringness matchup of UConn versus South Carolina. UConn versus South Carolina is not the matchup everybody wanted to see. People want to see Juju. They want to see Angel Reese. They want to see Flage. They want to see Caitlin Clarke.
You're going for Pistons Spurs.
Yeah, I'm going for Pistons Spurs. I'm going for the least sexy final there is, which is South Carolina, UConn, with South Carolina going undefeated and being one of the greatest basketball dynasties in women's history. Shout out to Coach Don Staley.
There it is. Gucci.
So with that said, any other news and notes, sir?
Hey, man, rest in peace. Ex-NFL cornerback Vontae Davis found dead at the age of 35. Just top headlines on ESPN. And I hope they catch my man Rashee Rice for walking away from the hit and run. Come on.
They said he turned himself in.
Oh, come on, bro.
He turned himself in. My man from the Lions turned himself in, too, the other day.
Oh, CJ Gardner? Mr. Wade?
No, Sutton.
Oh, Sutton. Cam Sutton.
Yeah, he turned himself in, too.
So,
shout out to NFL players going to jail.
Hey, it's baseball season, man. Let's go. Cleveland. Let's go. It's baseball season. I'm just saying.
No. How about WrestleMania this weekend? Let's go.
Ooh, okay. Y'all going to see it?
The Rock is back.
Oh, again? Isn't he always back?
I mean, kind of, but not really. He's healed this time. He's the bad guy. He's the bad guy. Normally he comes back as a good guy. He's a bad guy. He out here whooping tail and cussing on live television, which you're not supposed to be doing.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, yeah, didn't he have some rant the other day?
Yeah, he been going in on socials. He's fully invested. Fully invested. Trying to sell them tickets, Doc. Got to sell them tickets.
Hey, man.
He on the board now, so you got to sell them tickets.
Right.
So that's what I'll be doing this weekend. WrestleMania.
Yes, sir.
All right. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, everything Academy Source Show. We appreciate y'all as always. Make sure you go to YouTube, subscribe, and make sure you trigger that bell. That way you get a notification every time we go live, whether it be a Monday, Tuesday, 8, 9, whenever. You guys be a part of the show as you always are. We appreciate you. On behalf of myself, Andre Douglas, Joel, you're on the other side now.
Oh, I am.
Joel Williams.
See y'all next week, man. Enjoy this women's basketball. Bye.